So you're thinking about moving to Boise, Idaho, and Nampa's on your list, but you want to really dive into Nampa and figure out where everything is, especially if you're thinking about coming out and visiting. We're pulling up the map today and diving into all the neighborhoods, the shops, the restaurants, everything there is to do here in Nampa, Idaho, and we're getting after that right now. Nampa, Idaho is named the #1 boomtown in all of America by a financial website called Smart Asset, and for good reason, and is probably why you're looking at moving here as well. Of course, it's growing quickly, but wage growth is growing as well, especially over the last 5 years. A lot of beautiful homes are being built here. So we are going to be diving into the neighborhoods, the shops, etc., so you can get a real good lay of the land, so you know exactly where to go when you come out to visit and look for a home here in Nampa, or potentially other areas as well. I've got other videos going into specific areas with maps for Meridian, Eagle Star, etc. You can check those out on my channel. Real quick, my name is Curtis Chism with the Chism team, brokered by eXp Realty. If you are looking to move here to Treasure Valley, the Boise area, or Nampa, or anywhere else in particular, I can help you, and my team would absolutely love to help you relocate here. I myself moved from San Diego, California, so I know how hard it is to make the move, to leave California, but also why you're coming here. And I love helping people just like you. I get calls and reach outs from people all the time, just like you, and you, and you, and you, and you. And we absolutely love helping you. So whether you're 9 days, 90 days, or even 2 years out, give me a call, we'll talk, we'll figure out if Nampa is the best place for you, or maybe some other place. We'll jump on a Zoom call and figure out exactly what that looks like for you to make the move here to Idaho. Before we pull up the map of Nampa, I just want to give it a little high-level overview. So Nampa is located just to the west of Boise and Meridian, about 20-25 minutes down the freeway. So you're going to be about, again, 25 to 30 minutes maybe to get into actually downtown Boise, 25-30 minutes to the airport. It's definitely a more rural feel for the most part. If you're in the more central part of Nampa, it is certainly going to be older homes. Smaller, older homes. As you get more into the outskirts, you're getting into the new construction homes, beautiful, large new construction homes, everything ranging in price from around $400,000 on up to $600,000-700,000. Now, something about Nampa is that you are going to be able to get homes for about $100,000 less than what you might buy in this for the same home in a place like Star or Meridian, at least $100,000 less. So if you're looking for more affordability, bigger home, more money, bigger bang for your buck, Nampa could be a really good option for you. You just have to be okay with being a little bit more rural. Personally, I live in Nampa. I like having that slower pace of life, the 2-lane country roads, driving through the farm fields, seeing the stacks of hay, the horses, the cows, etc. Now where I live, particularly in kind of southeast Nampa, again, there are some farm fields nearby me. I live in a brand new subdivision. However, very once in a while, you might smell some odor from the farms, like the fertilizer, but that's very rare. Also, a lot of people are concerned about the sugar beet factory. Now that's located in northwest Nampa, so we really do not smell it down here. If you are concerned about that smell that smells like peanut butter, basically, then you're probably going to want to avoid kind of the north part of Nampa, really where that factory is. If it's not a big deal for you, then certainly take a look at that area. Now, Nampa has really been put on the map in the last 5 years. In fact, I've got friends that have lived here for longer than I have, and they really never went to Nampa. There was no reason to go to Nampa. Now, if you live in a place like Meridian, then probably the only reason you're going to be coming out to Nampa is for the Ford Idaho Center, which is where concerts are. The Stampede Rodeo is held every July. It's super fun to take the family to. If you like seeing horse bucking and steer roping and that kind of thing, it's super fun for the family, and it's worth checking out. Now, otherwise, Nampa, again, wasn't really a place that people went to, but because of the affordability of it and because of the revitalization efforts that have been going on in the downtown area of Nampa, it's really been put on the map, and that's why it's now becoming the #1 boomtown in America. So let's go ahead and pull up the map and dive into the shops, the restaurants, the neighborhoods, the things to do here in Nampa. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at Nampa, Idaho on the map. And first I've got it pulled up with a satellite view so you can get a feel for where Nampa is in relation to Treasure Valley, the foothills, the mountains, etc. So Nampa, Idaho is located right here. And so it's going to be, again, about 20-25 minutes from Meridian, 30 minutes into downtown Boise, about 25 to 30 minutes from the airport. To get to the river, the Boise River for the river floats, etc., you're looking about anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes, depending on where exactly you're going in the river itself. Now, you got Bogus Basin located right out here as well. And that's going to be about an hour from Nampa. So that's going to be your skiing, mountain biking during the summer, a cool mountain roller coaster as well. Also, if you cruise up Highway 55 towards Banks, there's a great little sandy beach there. Super fun, calm area of the Payette River. There's a rope swing. You can go swim in there, put your kayak in, you can fish, or you can, of course, whitewater raft on the Payette as well. And if you head just a little bit further up Highway 55, it's about 2.5 to 3 hours away, you're going to end up in beautiful McCall, Idaho. Now, let's go ahead and dive into Nampa. So as you can see, this is going to be a little bit more rural. You're going to see all the farmland out here. Now, of course, these satellite images are not 100% up to date, of course, because there is new construction going on. So I'll do my best to dive in and show you where that new construction is. But as you can see, Meridian and Boise are pretty well built out. Meridian is continuing to build out towards the west here. So your new construction homes are going to be kind of in these little pockets along the edge of Meridian or in South Meridian. Nampa, which borders Caldwell, is also built out in the very center. However, there's a lot of farmland that is still being purchased and developed, of course. So again, most of your new construction is going to be along the edges of Nampa, whether that's here on the southeast side of Nampa or the southwest side of Nampa going toward Lake Lowell, or there's also a lot of room to build in North Nampa. Now, again, the downside of North Nampa is that there is the sugar beet factory located right over here. And so there can be a little bit of a smell. So you just have to be cautious of that in terms of, it's not hazardous, but it is a smell, and some people don't mind it. Some people do. So if you're more concerned about that, you're probably going to want to be more towards Lake Lowell or here in south and southeast Nampa. All right, so let's go ahead and pull up the 2D map view that we're used to looking at when we're driving around with Google Maps or Apple Maps. And let's go ahead and look first at downtown Nampa, and then we're going to go ahead and look at some other areas like where the Costco is, the Lowe's, the Home Depot, etc., and get a good feel for where everything's at. Then we'll go into the subdivisions, the parks, the things to do here in Nampa. So Nampa, really, we're going to start with downtown. So downtown area has been revitalized over the past few years, which is really helping to make it a really cool area. It's basically, it was originally a railroad town, so the railroad still goes through here. In fact, you actually have the Railroad Museum that's located right here in downtown Nampa. And basically, downtown Nampa you're going to go right through First Street, and it's really just a couple blocks. And then from there is other parts of it, but the core brick buildings where they shut down the streets for big festivals, basically like monthly block parties, etc., like Halloween or fall festivals, summer block parties, concerts. That's all going to be right in First Street, basically right between 14th and 12th Street. And here is the Nampa Train Museum as well, and the Farmers Market. The Nampa Farmers Market is located right here just outside of the train station and train museum. It's a really good farmers market, one of the best here in Treasure Valley. So we really love coming here with my family. Holy Cow is really fantastic, really great hamburgers. I would check out, I think it's called the Sam Elliott. It's like hamburger with pork on it. It's super delicious and tasty. Mesa Tacos and Tequila. So that's, the tacos are pretty good. I'm from San Diego, certainly not legitimate, what I'm used to, authentic, Tijuana style Mexican food. However, pretty good, but the margaritas are really, really good. There's also 2C Family Brewing located right here. There's also a really cool pub located right here. There's also a cool little beer bar here called Pre-Funk that's located basically right next to Holy Cow. Messenger Pizza as well. And again, they do shut this area down once a month typically for these big parties. And you can go into the local restaurants, grab a beer, grab food, and walk around and enjoy the concert and just the fun family life that they have put on for you here. There's also just a lot of little restaurants located right around here. Flying M Coffee is over here as well. So we really like parking here and then just walking around and enjoying the downtown area. Again, it's been revitalized over the years, and they're still continuing to revitalize downtown Nampa. Now, it's not quite like Indian Creek Plaza out in Caldwell, which is a completely new courtyard or plaza with concerts there. We love going there as well, which is not too far away, but it's a cool little downtown area. Now, something that a lot of people want to know is where are the medical facilities in Nampa? So there are a number of medical facilities. There's urgent cares around as well, but your primary one, the big major medical center, is going to be St. Alphonsus, which is located right over here on Garrity, right off of I-84. So that's certainly where your major medical facility is going to be. Again, there's also urgent cares located throughout Nampa. So as far as medical facilities, you're going to be fine. If you happen to be a veteran and you're looking for the VA clinic, there actually is a VA clinic, a VA hospital out in Caldwell also. Now, as far as your major shopping, like your Costco's, your Lowe's, your Home Depot, etc., that is all going to be located right over here off of Karcher and Caldwell Boulevard, right off of I-84. Now, because of all the major shopping here, it does get rather busy here, but here's your Costco. You also have Target right here, Best Buy, Kohl's, Hobby Lobby, Lowe's is right over here, and then Home Depot as well, and a whole slew of other stores as well. You also got College of Western Idaho right over here as well. But this is really where your major shopping is going to be in Nampa, and it's servicing both Caldwell and Nampa because this is basically the border of Nampa and Caldwell. Now, Nampa has about 100,000 people in it. Caldwell has about 60,000. So it's servicing about 160,000 people between these two, this whole area here. So you can see it does get rather congested. So if you are going to be going to Costco or Target over here, you got to plan a little bit extra time to get in and out of there. Now, the other thing to keep in mind about Nampa is that the I-84 is the main freeway running through here and up into Caldwell also, but there are not very many exits on and off the freeways here. So as you can see here, there's Garrity right here. If you go back this way a little bit further, so Happy Valley is a main road that runs through here. It basically connects with Garrity to get you on the freeway. But the next on-ramp and off-ramp isn't over here until 10 Mile Road. So if you're living kind of like South Meridian or whatever, you're pretty much going to be coming up Happy Valley or cutting over to 10 Mile Road to get on and off the freeway. Now, as you run past it, again, there's just not too many exits. You've got this one here at Franklin, North Side, and then Karcher, and then there's pretty big gaps between all your next exits. As you can see, it's not up here until you connect basically with Chinden right at Franklin, Franklin/Chinden on Highway 26. So it's a bit of a trek. And so that's why traffic can really get bad, especially getting on and off the freeways in Caldwell and a little bit in Nampa. But really the on and off ramps in Nampa aren't as bad as they are in Caldwell because there are more exits, on ramps and off ramps for I-84 as compared to out in Caldwell. So traffic can build up on I-84 in the morning and afternoon rush hours, but for the most part, it's not terrible, and it can back up a little bit on the country roads as well. You can get stuck at a roundabout, but if you can try to avoid those times of day, then you're really not going to have any trouble. Personally, I prefer to take these backcountry roads like Victory, Amity, etc., instead of the freeway, just because I like to take the country roads and drive a little bit slower than taking the freeway. Now, a really popular venue out here in Nampa is the Ford Idaho Center. So people from all over the Treasure Valley come here. This is where all the major concerts are held. There's an outdoor concert venue, and then, of course, the indoor stadium as well. So a lot of big names come here to the Ford Idaho Center, and people from all over Treasure Valley come here for these events. There's also the annual Stampede Rodeo that's held in July every year. It's super fun to take your family to. It's definitely very Americana. It's super fun. If you like horse bucking competitions, steer roping, calf roping, etc., then this is the place for you, and it's a super fun venue. So that's a really popular area here in Nampa. Now, another place that a lot of people ask about is the Nazarene University. This is Northwest Nazarene University, or NNU. It's located right here, basically kind of in Lake Lowell Avenue, Amity, Colorado. It all kind of joins together right here. So it's been here for, I don't know, about 100 years or so. And it really helped put Nampa on the map for a long time as well, too. So a lot of people are interested in checking that out. As you can see, it's not too far from downtown Nampa at all. Now, there are not tons of parks in Nampa. There are certainly parks, but there's a lot of community parks in Nampa as well. So those are definitely worth checking out. Midway Park is a really big park. It's almost Caldwell, but a great park to check out. But a lot of people really like going out here to Lake Lowell. So Lake Lowell is a very large man-made lake that borders both Nampa and Caldwell. You can fish, you can speedboat, water ski, etc. on it. And there's a big wildlife preserve located around the entire lake as well, Deer Flat National Wildlife Reserve. So there's walking trails all along here. So there's a lot of homes that are built up kind of near the lake as well. So if you're looking for more of a lake view type thing, Lake Lowell could be the place for you to check out. Now, something you got to keep in mind is that near the end of the season, typically there does tend to be an algae bloom that occurs, and then it's no longer safe to swim in Lake Lowell. So they do close the lake. But for most of the summer season, it's safe. And then towards the end, there is an algae bloom that occurs. Now, as I mentioned, basically in downtown Nampa, kind of this whole section kind of through here, you're going to find a lot of older homes, smaller older homes. So as you get more into the outskirts of Nampa, there's, as you can see, there's a lot of outskirts of Nampa, that's when you're going to get into the newer construction homes. And there's a lot of really great communities. So you've got, for instance, and these are just points of interest to go check out, Sunnyvale community up off Karcher Road. That's almost Caldwell, but basically Nampa. Southern Ridge down in southeastern Nampa. Also some good Toll Brothers communities like Carriage Hill West. There's also older communities that were built by the builder that Toll Brothers acquired. It's called Carriage Hill North. That's located out here by Lake Lowell. And you've also got Summit Ridge located over here off of Midland and Greenhurst as well. Some really nice, beautiful new construction homes also built up on a ridge. Both Carriage Hill West and Summit Ridge were built up on ridges. So some of the homes have views and have a little bit more terrain because a lot of Nampa is fairly flat. Now, if you want more acreage homes, some of these might be older homes, some might be brand new homes on acreage. There is just so much land out here, as you can see. So it's really just going to depend what you're looking for, but you can get homes with an acre or up to 5 to 10 acres as you get more into the rural Nampa areas. As you can see, this is all basically farmland. So if you're looking for something that's brand new construction in a tract home community, like some of those ones I just mentioned with Toll Brothers, Hubble Homes, CBH Homes, you can certainly find a number of those here in Nampa. But if you want larger homes on acreage, you can also find those as well. Now, the price ranges on those are going to be all over the place for the more tract home style and the more affordable subcategory like Hubble, CBH. You're going to be looking around $400,000 to maybe up to $600,000, depending on what kind of features you're looking for in your home. Now, the acreage homes, those are going to be, again, much higher. They're going to be probably more in the $1 million to $2 million range. The more luxury homes like Toll Brothers or in Summit Ridge, those are going to be probably ranging from about $600,000 to $800,000. Well, I hope you enjoyed that overview of Nampa. Hopefully you have a better feel for where everything is in relation to each other, the shopping, the restaurants, the things to do. And if you are looking to make the move here, all you got to do is reach out to me via phone, text, or email. Contact information is listed on the screen here or in the description below. And my team or I will jump on a Zoom call with you and figure out exactly your budget, your lifestyle, what you're looking for. Is Nampa the right place for you? Or is it somewhere else, maybe Caldwell, or maybe you do want to be more in the center of the action in Meridian or super close to the river like Eagle Star or maybe in Boise itself as well. So just reach out via phone, text, or email. Don't forget to hit subscribe and hit the bell so you get notified every time a new video comes out. I'm keeping you up to date on exactly what's going on here in Idaho, so you don't have to do that yourself. I can do that for you. Also hit the like button so other people can find this video. If you are looking to move to Caldwell, Idaho, just watch this video here going into the ins and outs of Caldwell, Idaho. We'll see you on the next video.